It's Ken Kraetzer at West Point at Army's first scrimmage of the year. Today, have a chance to talk with a couple of young players on the team and freshman Jamel Jones. Jamel, just first, tell us where are you from and why did you decide to come up to West Point?
I'm from the Colony, Texas, and so West Point offered me back when I was a junior in high school. And honestly, I never really knew much about West Point before the offer, but looking into it, I realized the opportunity that I had in front of me, and I couldn't pass it up. So that's why I decided to go.
Got to ask you, how's freshman year been so far? How'd you do with basic training?
That was definitely so. I did prep. I was at the prep school last year, so we did 3 weeks of similarly what we just did for the past 4. But so I definitely breezed through it a little bit. But there was tough moments, but I definitely got through it.
It's got to be congratulated for everybody at West Point finishing up freshman year and basic training. Now let's talk to Kevin Hamilton. Kevin, you had a big catch on the sideline I saw from Jamel. Tell us about how did you play in the scrimmage today? How did you feel the scrimmage went for you?
I feel like the scrimmage was a good tool to see where we are as a team. I think it went pretty well. There's some things that we need to work on, but I think also there were some things that we did really well. In terms of the play, I think it was a great throw by Jamel and a great catch by myself. And and I think that if we can really keep this going, it'd be a good thing for the team.
Good. Now, Kevin, tell us where you're from, why you decided to come up to West Point.
I'm from Springfield, Virginia. I decided to come up to West Point because the Army's been a big part of my life, pretty much all my life. My dad was in the military, so when I got an offer from West Point, I couldn't pass it up. So that's basically why I'm here, honestly.
That's great to see. What did your dad do in the military?
My dad, he's in medical services. He's a colonel right now.
Which branch?
Army.
Hey, that's great. My dad was an Army officer. Great to hear that. And let's talk to Sean Ekert, who had a touchdown catch today, as I recall. Tell us a little bit about your game.
Well, actually, that was switched up. Kevin actually had the touchdown catch. I had the one on the sideline. But it was a great catch by Jamel, or a great throw by Jamel to keep the drive going, and I thought that was really good to see the offense click like that.
We're not used to seeing that many pass plays here. It's been kind of, with the option offense. How does it feel to get a chance, to go out, get your number called for a pass play, and see the ball coming at you and be able to grab it?
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, definitely like that, and definitely want to keep those coming. But it's definitely in the team's best interest in what we do and how we get the ball down to the end zone, one way or the other, whether it's passing or running. So either way is fine with us.
Very good. Now tell our audience where you're from, why you decided to come up to West Point.
I'm from Centerville, Virginia, just a couple miles away from Kev. I decided to come to West Point. It's my grandfather. He was a colonel in the Air Force, and his dream was to come to West Point. And ever since then, I'm just like, I'll give it a try, see what's good. And I like it.
Yeah, very good. Tell us what's your plan academically for the year and getting ready for the football season?
Academically, just to stay focused, find the right balance between football and school. I know I was having a little bit of difficulties with that last year, but just maintaining that balance and going in for getting extra help and doing all the stuff that I need to so that I can focus up here and execute my job.
Very good. Good to see you. And Kevin, same question. Your thoughts about preparing for the season and what you'll be focusing on academically here at West Point?
I think my main focus for this year is finding a balance between football and academics. Last year I struggled with this slightly, but this year I'm trying to grind on both sides of the spectrum so I can really focus and better myself in both sides.
Very good. Did you find something in time management that really helped you manage playing football, top academics, and all the military training that you do? Any time management lessons that you've learned?
Time management, I would say ditch the phone, throw it away. Because definitely it gets in the way of your homework and sleep. So if you can really just find a way to keep the phone at a minimum and focus on your work, that's really a big tip that I've really found myself as a freshman.
Okay, Sean, I'm just going to let you answer that same question. How did you learn to manage time here at West Point with all the demands they've asked you in the past year?
And time management, that's one of the hardest things ever. For me, my biggest thing was going to the library because in that environment I'm able to focus a lot more rather than sitting in the room with my roommates who aren't always as focused as I am. So it's hard because we don't have a lot of time down there. So getting in the library at night and just staying there until it closes and just shutting off my phone, just like Kevin said, and putting in the work that I need to.
Good advice. And we'll finish with Jamel, who had I thought had a terrific game throwing the ball. How is it for you getting through basic training and playing football and meeting all your new teammates? How's the experience been since our day on July 1st?
It was definitely a huge transition going straight from 4 weeks of basic right into football. But I mean, the guys around me, everyone in the locker room, they kind of brought all the freshmen in and created this huge family environment to make the transition easier for us. So that was a huge thing for me.
Okay, Jamel Jones, quarterback, freshman, and Kevin Hamilton, a sophomore receiver, and Sean Ekert, also a sophomore receiver. Gentlemen, good to meet you all, and say hello, and best wishes from everybody at the American Legion. This is Ken Kraetzer for Sons of American Legion Radio at West Point.